Oh yeah, you guys already know what time it is. What's up guys, it's your boy Ace coming at you with the first video of Madden 18 on my channel. I have not really paid much attention to some people's content that they've been posting over the past week. I know some people got their hands on it early at a special event in Orlando. But this is my first time getting my hands on it. Just downloaded the trial. Gonna be doing my 10 hours over the next 5 days. Gonna try to stretch it out to the 22nd, which is when Goat Edition is released. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna hop right into play now, just get my hands on the game, let you guys know how it feels compared to 17, and I'll let you guys know how it feels. So let me just get right into the game and I'll be back in just a second. Alright guys, we're back, and the first thing I noticed is presentation style is pretty much the same as Madden 17. It sounds like the commentators are pretty much saying the same shit. But the first thing I noticed was on the kick return, the cuts were a little bit crispier. I'm just gonna get into the play stock. I'm not gonna change anything. I just want to see how things are. And as far as visuals go, to me it's not a lot different. You guys might think I'm blind, but I don't think the graphics are that much better like some people seem to claim. I think the lighting's better, but to me it looks very similar to Madden 17 despite the lighting, but it does feel different so far. So let me go into another play here, go into something popular like PA post shot, see how that works. Like I said, I'm not going to change any of the plays. I'm just going to run them stock. Yeah, it definitely seems smoother. The tight end, he's running his routes a little bit crisper. Last season, I felt like they were like more rounded off, some of the routes. To me, it feels like a different game so far. I don't know what works and doesn't work so far. That worked in Madden 17 as far as blitzes go and certain route combinations. I know for sure that they took away the way to beat. Come on, Cooks. Good shit, Cooks. I know they took away the cover 3 beaters. The deep blues work a lot better. So it's going to be interesting to see how to beat cover 3 this year when you can't do the one-play touchdowns. So the kick meter is a little bit different too. I'm not sure if that's how it was last year, but the 100% power is actually not at the very top. It's right under. So that's another change I've noticed. And let's see how it is on defense. Alright, we're on defense now, and I'm going to try to pull up the nickel 3-3-5 wide, which is what I used last year. This was my most commonly used defense. So we're going to see if we can get good results with it. Let me check my personnel real quick, make sure it's pretty ideal for what I'm trying to do here. So I think when it comes to just regular head-to-head, I think the Falcons and the Patriots are going to be very, very commonly used. Patriots weren't really an option in prior years because they didn't really have a good deep threat wide receiver. But this year that's changed with Brandon Cooks. So it's going to be more popular of a team now. I'm just checking block shedding. That's really important for me. I don't know why it's taking forever to get over there. Block shedding, he's got 80, which is really good. For a linebacker. I wish it stayed over there. I got to go all the way back over. 81. I don't know why they have Coney Ely as a left outside linebacker, but I'm going to roll with it. I'm sure his block shedding is good enough. Alright, let's get back into it. I'm going to try sending one of my blitzes. So one thing that's definitely changed that I haven't really tried to do yet is user. I know you can't just run around holding Y, so I'm going to try doing that right now. See what happens when you actually run around holding Y. Probably a run play, but we'll get to it in a second. So far, the block shedding's not really good. This formation for me was amazing in stopping the run. Let's see what happens when you actually use like proper personnel. So 2 tight end, you want to come out in a base, you know, come out 3-4 odd or something like that. Because if they can bring back personnel like 3-4 and 4-3, that's going to be huge, because that just allows your playbook to open up even more. A lot of people were using things like dollar last year, and from my understanding, that's just not going to work. So you're going to have to dig deeper into your playbook and kind of make schemes out of different formations, as opposed to just rolling with dollar and nickel and stuff like that all game. So I brought the heat. Looks like the offensive line really picks up very well. I'm going to go to instant replay. This wasn't a setup of mine. This was legit just a cornerback blitz. And it looks like the offensive line did an amazing job at picking up the blitz. I actually came with my user as well, and it still got picked up. So the important thing here with the offensive line logic is the left tackle actually swings out nicely and picks him up. Oh, actually, he doesn't pick him up. Thought he did. I think he kind of knew that his running back was going to pick him up, so maybe he left him. As far as I know, though, the offensive line logic is a lot better. I mean, they picked up that blitz nicely, and I was sending, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they were blocking 6, so they got some people wide open too. So a user will pick that apart. Now, I think there's a way to identify the mic this year. I don't know how to do that. I'll try to figure it out on the next play. So I'm going to set up the buck slant blitz from last year. Let's see if it can come in. That does actually come in. I'll tell you guys the setup for that, just so you have an early blitz. I'll try to drop someone back. I don't think you can drop back defensive linemen anymore, though. So we're going to do buck slant, baseline press, shift linebackers to the blitzing side, and then crash your line. So this should come in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blitzers. Running back picks it up. Good job by our outside linebacker. So it might be tougher to bring in heat this year. I'm going to try the turn off auto flip. Want to flip it on my own. Try the nickel blitz here. So this was my setup last year for the nickel blitz. I didn't come up with the nickel blitz. I'm not trying to act like I just came up with that. And I thought I got that pick, but I just want to see if the pressure actually came in. Yeah, pass interference, my ass. Whatever. Alright, so let's see if the blitz actually came in. Nah, so not sure if it's the hovering that doesn't work anymore. But the cornerback got easily picked up. I mean, look at this right tackle. He just beautifully gets out there. And so far, I'm very pleased with how the offensive line is playing. So I also want to see if this is pass interference. Let's see if he... I don't know. I feel like he's playing the ball. He's not really touching the wide receiver. Whatever. I thought I had my first user pick. Okay, guys. I didn't show the kickoff at the beginning. So what I'm going to do is show you the kickoff here and show you just how quick the cuts are with the running back. I don't know if that's because Dion Lewis is very shifty, has got really good agility, but it just feels so much smoother than it did in Madden 17. The cuts are nice whenever you have a player that's appropriate for using cuts. Last year, the linebackers were making amazing cuts as well, just stopping on a dime, going different directions, and they've really rounded that out this year and made it more realistic. So I appreciate that so far. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to pull up the pass protection in a way where I can identify the mic. I think LB ID the mic. So what you need to do for ID the mic, you really need to, oh, I guess it does it for you. M's right above. So it does it for you. Okay. Okay, see if this play works. That was, the linebacker played that so nicely. I'm going to go back and show you what happens here. This would not have happened in Madden 17. So watch Gronk the whole time. Number 87 on the right. Crosses to the deep third of left side of the field. And our tight end over here was on a block and release. Goes out. Linebacker actually bites on it for just a second. But then he knows someone's coming in his zone. And he drops back appropriately. And, you know, he makes a good play on it. I mean, that's about as good as you're going to get. So, zones seem like they're playing better. I know some people were complaining that the zones were buffed a little bit. I think they were like really, really strong. And some people bitched about it because it was just too realistic. And, you know, people aren't going to have fun if they can't score. So, don't know why he didn't keep running towards the sideline. He kind of just stopped. But that's one of the most popular plays. I mean, one of my friends, shout out Dwayne, he used to use this play last year every single fucking play. I'll run it again. I'll run it with his setup. He did it with trips. I have two tight ends, but his setup was put this guy on a streak. The left guy, it's usually a slot wide receiver, but it's a tight end in this case. Put X on a slant, and then read the right side of the field. Try to get the tight end and the running back, and then we'll try to hit Cooks if nothing else works. We'll see if the play works. So the tight end pushes back the purple zone. Run it again. Just a quick tip for you guys. First offensive tip. Hit him on a streak. Y on a streak. X on a slant. Read the right side of the field. Linebacker played that amazingly. So usually the corner route from a tight end on a linebacker would always win, no matter who the tight end was. In this case, we have Gronk. He's the best in the game. And the man coverage played it amazingly. So far, it looks like the defense has been buffed from last year. Run it one more time. So even though Clowney's out there, the running back's doing a good job at getting separation. I'll stop running that play. I'll run something else. There was a formation in here I really wanted to try out. It's a new one they have. I think it's wing flex weak. So this is the play right here. And this one, no, it must not be this one. Is it in here? Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's not in this. Maybe it's not in this playbook. All right, so I couldn't find the play. The formation. So I'm just going to roll with something else. This play was really good out of Gun Empty Ace Patriot last year. It's been good for multiple Maddens, actually. But we're going to try to hit our running back on a screen, see what can happen. Cornerback does a good job getting off the block. Nothing we can do there. So far, I'm very pleased. This might be a defensive game. I know there's going to be offensive plays that are really cheese. I know people are actually finding them right now. But so far, I do like the defense. I might be changing my tune soon. This is just first impressions. So let's try out like another spread set here. Something like stick and nod. So good setup here would be put RB on a slant. You can read the stick and nod and the slant, and it should be a good combination here. and then you got it to him for the first down on 4th and 12. So some of the concepts still work. I mean, football is football, so it's still going to work to an extent. But it's still trying to figure out what used to work and what doesn't work now. Now, I think one thing that was very crucial in competitive play last year is people would like to... let me go to gun bunch real quick. So we'll go to something like corner strike, put B on a slant, and people would do something like motion him out and then snap him before he gets set, and it'll kind of delay, but you can't do that anymore. So one thing I want to learn how to do, I haven't gone to practice mode or tutorials yet to see how to do it, but I want to see how to do target passing. I'm not sure how. I think it's right stick. I'll try it. Actually, no, I think you hold LT. Holy shit, that was fucking horrible. Oh my god, dude. Dude, target passing, man. I did it wrong, clearly. I was going for Gronk in the flats. I was trying to lead him towards the sideline. Let's look at this throw, man. Oh, dude, that was sick. That's not Brady's fault. That's my fault. So let's try that again. So it is LT, but I'm unsure how. I think you use LT, then use the right stick to kind of move it around. I'm gonna try to hit Hogan here across the field. I don't get it, man. I don't get how to do that. I'm gonna have to go to the tutorial for that. Let's try to pick up the first down. Let's see how the post routes are. We'll go with the 518 hook. Flip it. Put Cooks on that. So this setup here, if you put A on a streak, this setup would beat cover 3 in Madden 17. The post would get over that right cornerback, and he would get open for a one-play touchdown because we put our boy Hogan on a streak, which occupies the free safety. So let's see. I know it's not going to work. It might not even be cover 3 that they're in. Going to put Gronk on a pass block. Actually, no, let's put him on a drag. So this should be a pretty decent setup here. See what happens. Still seems like a decent setup. I just know it's not going to get open for a one-play touchdown against cover 3. So PA post was another very popular play. I'm going to try doing the high point passing. I haven't tried that yet. See what happens here. So it looks like he still places it pretty well, but I'm using Tom Brady. He's 99 overall, so I have no idea. You know, like let me put in someone a little bit shittier. Put a Jimmy. Let's see if we can high point. I'll use Pat's burst this time. So a good red zone play. Skimbo came up with this. He would actually just motion this guy out and then delay him. But you can't do that anymore. He has to set before you snap the ball. We're going to try to hit Gronk on a high point. And it looks like, you know, it does matter. So let's put Tom back in. We'll try the same play. Sorry if this video is taking long. I just kind of want to go over what I see that's different before I start getting into tip videos. But Brady back in. We'll run the same play. Let's see if it matters. Motion Edelman out. And it was a pretty good high point pass. I mean, only Gronk could really get to it. So I think quarterback play does matter. Someone in the comments, please confirm that for me. I know some of you guys follow it a little bit closer than I do, or I have been. So let's try the fake field goal, and then I'm going to call it a wrap because I've got enough information on the game already. Oh my god, he fucking went out of bounds. But anyways, I don't want to go through this for too long. It's probably too long of a video anyways, but just wanted to give you guys my first impressions on the game. To recap, really, to me the graphics don't look much different. Presentation is the exact same. I've never been about graphics for Madden. I'm way more about gameplay. To me, it looks pretty decent already. It's been decent for like 2 or 3 years now. Frostbite does add some pretty good lighting to the game. It makes it a little bit more realistic. But mainly when it comes to the gameplay, I do think it feels smoother than 17. It might be placebo effect on me right now. Not sure. But so far, I definitely approve of the gameplay. But we'll wait and reserve my complete opinion for the next couple days and see how the offense abuses the defense and see if the defensive zones play appropriately. So that's my first video, guys. I'll be posting a tip video later on today. Something that'll be a little bit more beneficial to you guys because some of you guys probably already know this information. But if you guys are interested in Madden 18 updates, nice pick. If you guys are interested in Madden 18 updates, follow me on Twitter. I just created it. There's no content on there right now, but you can find me at Ace Madden Tips. And that's pretty much it, guys. Also, follow me on Twitch. I'll be posting some, I'll be streaming sometimes over the next 5 days. So follow me on Twitch. You can find me at twitch.tv/AceMadden. And for now, that's the video, guys. And I'll post a tip for you guys later. Take it easy.